Hi there, Colin, aka the Tone Wizard, and welcome to Ween Talk episode 14, which is as of yet untitled. I'm sure I came up with a great title, and I'm sure that's what you clicked on to get to this video. So thank you for doing that. And before I do start this video, I just want to thank a couple of the new subscribers to the channel, Keegan Oka and Noctis Umbulo, who has the coolest name of any subscriber thus far. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Now, let's get right into this video, because let me tell you something, people. I had a bottle of red wine last night. I got about 3/4 of the way through it, and my wife went to bed, and, I stared into the depth of the bottle, and I saw my reflection in the satiny red liquid, and I asked myself, why shouldn't I keep drinking this bottle of wine? And to be honest with you, my reflection had some pretty good points about what I planned on doing today, about my wife's disappointment when she found that I'd been up all night drinking wine, and so on and so forth. But just because you're good looking does not mean I will listen to you, is probably the lesson I've learned there. Needless to say, as you can tell by the flushed pallor, the white pallor of my face, and probably by the numerous mistakes that I'm going to make during this video, I'm feeling the effects of that bottle of wine, but nevertheless, I'm ready to get into this video. So this video is kind of going to be a collection of resources that I use to make my videos, and some stuff, obviously all Ween related, that I find very interesting and useful. And it's actually, the impetus for this video was a mistake that I'd made in the previous video. So in the previous video, I was kind of mentioning something called Brownbase, but I actually showed Brown Tracker. I'm not sure exactly what I did there, but the admin and creator of Brownbase reached out to me and told me that I'd made the mistake. I'd actually been corresponding with that person via email previously, as I mentioned in the last video, and they were nice enough to tell me that I'm an idiot. So I do appreciate that. Thank you for the correction, and I am striving for accuracy on this channel, as you can tell, as always. Now, we're going to get right into this video. So I want to talk about some things that are indeed very useful if you're into Ween, some stuff that you can find on the internet in your free time. So let's get right into that. Let's pop up screen 2 here. Let's shrink me down. I never go willingly. I always put up a fight. But let's shrink me down here, and we're going to take a look at the aforementioned Brownbase. So Brownbase was created by a guy that I reached out to. He told me that he made this for a project in grad school, and he's really into statistics and numbers and stuff like that, and that is truly a reflection of what you're going to find on this site. So Brownbase is basically an aggregated index, or an indexed aggregate. Whew, enough of these fucking words here. It's basically an indexed database of every Ween show, every Ween song performed at the Ween show, when they're performed, where they're performed. So you can find out, if you want to know how many times they played Boing and where and on what day and what year, you can find that. It's a really interesting site. They have 954 shows, 585 venues, and 296 songs, individual songs, of course, indexed. And if we just take a look through here, so today in Ween history, they have a couple of really nice resources here, and they have some links to some places where you can listen to some of these shows. So please check this site out. There's other cool stuff on here as well, but I'll just give you an example of what this would look like here. So this show, where we got a little bit of a loading issue. This is a show from 2007 on November the 8th, which is kind of a this day in history thing, and you can see what they played. They opened with Ice Castles. I wouldn't, but they did. And that looks like a damn good show. Look at that. And they closed with Never Squeal and a big drum solo. So anyways, I think you get the idea there. Brownbase, it's brownbase.org. I'm going to put a link to all these sites down below the video after I'm done recording it, and you can check it out for yourself. So moving along, this site actually linked to something that I'm going to show you next. So this is archive.org. This is a search that I've done within archive.org for Ween Stuff. This is a really cool website, Ween aside. There's lots of, I guess you'd call them bootleg recordings, lots of jam band stuff. There's tons of shit in there, and I'll save you the time of listening to me and give you more time to go check it out for yourself. But this is the Ween section that I've kind of pulled up, just doing a little show there, and there's lots of audio recordings from shows. You could probably spend the rest of your life listening to all this stuff and only get about halfway through. So definitely check that out. if you're looking to hear sets from a certain era of time in Ween, maybe when they were touring a certain album. It's a really good database. And this is just a general suggestion that I've got next year is YouTube. Obviously, you're finding I'm on YouTube. If I'm on YouTube, you can imagine how much Ween shit there's going to be. But here I've just pulled up a show that I watch every so often. It's from 1992 in Las Vegas, and it's just the two of them playing with the backing tracks in the Shark Club, and they do some really fucking hilarious stuff. They do a really good version of Puerto Rican Power, which actually on this video, that was the first time I'd ever heard that song. I'm not too sure where that's available on the recording. Somebody's probably going to point it out in the comments, but if you know if that was ever officially recorded, please let me know. That might be a stupid thing to say, but I'm fucking stupid, and I was up all night drinking wine when I should have been preparing for this video, so give me a fucking break. Look at me. I'm shrunken down in the corner of the screen. Let's just make me even smaller, all right? Look what you've done to me. Son of a bitch! Look what you've done. Look what... Holy crap. This is getting worse before it gets better. This is production, people. Maybe I should... There you go. Now, look what you've done to me. You've shrunken me down. Look at me. You know what? Let's shrink me right down so that I don't get in the way of this spectacular content. Anyways, YouTube... Goes without saying, there's a lot of cool Ween shit you can find there. Now, moving right along here, we're going to get into the academic side of things. And if you play guitar, such as myself, and you want to learn Ween, this website, weentabulature.com, has an incredibly well-organized list of almost every Ween song you'd ever want to learn. So I would definitely check that out. I'm going to play a song that I learned off here years ago at the end of this video. And try to redeem some of the sloppy work I've been doing here. But definitely check that out. Again, I'm going to put a link to it down below. And you know what? I did a good job on that link. So let's just bring me up a little bit here. Nothing too much. That's about what I deserve. Okay. And next, I want to share with you something that I've shared on a previous video. This guy has a channel. It's called Learn to Ween. He basically teaches you how to play Ween songs. And I think he's got a Patreon page where he does solos and stuff like that. Actually, why don't we just go check that out? Why don't we just open that up? He's got a Patreon page. Give him some money and he'll teach you some more Ween. There's all sorts of options there. But he's a nice guy. He does a good job of presenting things on his channel, and he can definitely teach you some Ween. So, moving on, this is probably the coolest part of what I'm going to show you. And if you don't know about this, you need to get on this right away. But Dean Ween is actually doing Cameo videos right now. So, basically, you send him money. I think it's $99? Yeah, you send him $99, probably US. And he sends you back something. Now, I don't want to play any of these because obviously I don't own them, but I've been noticing these all over the internet, people getting him to do these videos. Some of them he dresses up for. So he gave a tour of his studio, and it's really cool. So if you have $100 laying around, or $130 if you're Canadian, you can get Dean to send you a personal video, or you can, at least have some fucking dignity and respect and get somebody else to request one for you, so you don't look, a little sad there. But anyways, you know what? Let's just, you know what I'm doing? I'm watching on the OBS screen, and I'm clicking in the other screen and trying to fucking work myself. That's what's going on here. Let's bring me back up to a more respectable stature. There we are. Okay. Anyways, so check Cameo out, and like I say, if you've got some money laying around, you can get Diener to give you a shout out. And you know what? In these troubled times, that might be what you need to get yourself through. So that's how you can support Dean. If you're looking to throw him some money, that's a great thing. You can pay him directly some money. Cameo probably takes a little cut, but you can get him some money. But another thing I'm going to say is go to the Ween website if you do want to support Ween and buy shit from their official store, because I can imagine this is probably the most direct way to buy things off of them. I could be wrong. But moving along here, I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I made a mistake. I mentioned Brown Tracker when I was talking about Brownbase, but I actually found that right on the Ween website, they actually link right to Brown Tracker, which is pretty cool of them to do. Oh God, where did it go? Okay, here we go. they link right to Brown Tracker. I don't know if they're affiliated with Brown Tracker. Maybe I should email Brown Tracker and see if somebody from Brown Tracker will talk to me. But browntracker.net is the site that I showed by mistake during the last video. And look at that. It's down. It's crashed. It's not working. But anyways, Brown Tracker is a place where you can download torrents of audio and video from Ween shows. Check that out if you have time. I'll put a link in there. But like I was saying, if you do want to support Ween directly or Diener directly, you can get a Cameo video from Dean. There it is. It's loaded up. People. I'm in a bit of a state. I got some sweat coming through. It might be like fucking grape juice. I think my body's probably refined the alcohol out, and now it's just grape juice coming out of me. So anyways, this is a cool site if you're into downloading torrents. If you want to pretend that you're 20 years old again and you want to download torrents from Brown Tracker, I highly recommend. Obviously, do the appropriate security checks to make sure that you are not just downloading a virus that will infect and destroy your computer. Anyhow, the last thing I'm going to mention on here is the Ween forums on Facebook. If you're looking to try and get involved in some conversation with people, I used to frequent this one here, Ween Appreciation Society, Rise of the Boognish. I don't want to sound like a hipster here, but I used to follow it a number of years ago, but I found that post reunion, it kind of blew up, and as you can see, they have 26,000 members, and as it's got thousands and thousands of people, I found that it's hard to interact on that level because the posts move quite quickly, and there's so many people. There's not a continuous narrative. It was kind of the impetus for me forming this channel here, because I wanted to talk Ween, so here I am. Anyways, definitely check that out. There's another one called, I think it's just called Boognish or something like that, but definitely get on there because that's actually a great place to get advanced news about shows and stuff like that, and some inside information that you're not going to get from a bald guy. Okay, so definitely check that out. Okay, so that is all that. I'm going to put links to all that content down below, and I'm going to make myself ouch again. And yeah, and I'm going to play a little song here. I haven't played this song in a while. I haven't played any song in a couple of days. I've been tired from work and dealing with some other shit. So yeah, this is a song, one of the first Ween songs. Let's just come down here a little bit. One of the first Ween songs I ever learned, and it's a very easy Ween song. And I believe you can learn this song with on weentabulature.com. Or I think Learn to Ween might have it on there. I could be wrong, but definitely check those out if you want to learn how to play the song, or if you can see my hands, maybe just review what I've done and try to follow along. The wash is out, it's hanging up, and all I have is nothing, nothing to do, nothing to say. I think I must be dreaming. The sun comes up and I'm all washed out. Is this what Dina was talking about? I don't think I shall ever return again, my friend. If I was king, I'd wear a ring and never hurt my people. I'd stay alert and dressed to kill. I might even slip you something. The sun comes up and I'm all washed out. Is this what Dina was talking about? I don't think I will ever return again, my friend. The sun comes up and I'm all washed out. Is this what Dina was talking about? Don't think I will ever return again, my friend. I do not think I will ever return again, my friend. I do not think I will ever return again, my friend. All right, we'll see you next Sunday. I am going to try to do videos every Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you are well wherever you are. And please like and subscribe to the like the video and subscribe to the channel if you feel like it.